Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we are building with the two most recent kits that we just got, which are the Kitchen Clutter Kit and the Restoration Workshop Kit. And I'm really excited. I absolutely love these two kits, and I really feel like they bring an extra layer to our games. We definitely needed a lot more kitchen clutter, and the fact that we can now build like a functional garage without cars, but that is what it is. I don't think we're ever getting those at this point, but now we can actually have a fully functional garage with garage pieces. So I'm really excited about these kits. Let's jump into the build. Today I decided to build in San Sequoia. This is like one of my favorite worlds to build in. I really love the style of the builds here, and I just love like a craftsman style home. I love the windows, doors, and fencing and wallpapers that we got from growing together. It's honestly, I think, my favorite set of outdoor furnishings that we've ever gotten. I love the pillars. I just love everything about the colors that they used, like the creams and the whites and the sage green. I think are just gorgeous colors, and I love all of the wallpapers, and I love mix and matching them all together to create a very dynamic looking house. And that's really what I did here today. I ended up using the little like pave stones from For Rent, which I very rarely use because I don't know, I feel like I never really have a build that it just like makes sense with. But today it felt like it made sense with this house. So you'll see here, now we have the shape of the house like all ready together. There's a giant garage on the left side of the house with a driveway going down it, because that's actually where the sidewalk in the actual world dips. So San Sequoia was the first world we got where they actually had like driveways. So I don't know why they decided to randomly do this like 10 years into the game being a thing. Whatever. I know it would take way too long to go back into the old worlds and add that in, but I'm glad that we started getting it now, I guess. Like it adds that element of realism to the game for sure. And now I actually get to build a garage that makes sense. Now you'll see the inside of the house, and all of the windows are being placed and everything like that. I've tried to make the garage pretty big because I knew that there was going to be a lot of different pieces in this pack. So I've definitely wanted to use everything. It was a lot. And I didn't actually build out like a cabinet space like I wish I did with the little table and then the shelf piece. I just kind of like threw them together. That for me was definitely something that I wish I did. So more garages will be coming in the future. Do not fret. Now I'm placing every single item from both packs. I wanted to make sure I used everything. I didn't want to leave any piece out of this. The only thing was in the kitchen. I ended up not using that backsplash piece only because it didn't fit, and like the windows, it just like didn't make sense. So I would say like these wall pieces definitely need to be in a specific style of kitchen or used a very specific way. I wanted it to go all the way up because that's just like what the kitchen called for. Basically, it's like what I wanted it to look like. And it just like wasn't working. It was clipping into the windows, and I tried for so long to figure it out. I cut that out of the speed build because when I tell you I actually sat there for like 45 minutes trying to figure this out, my brain was not working. I was like, hello? Is anyone up there? The answer was no. And that's okay. I think the build turned out, hello? What the fuck did I just say? I think the build turned out. Am I saying turd? Like, it sounds like I'm saying turd to me. Hold on. I need a fucking sip of water real quick. Back to business. The build turned out beautiful, in my opinion. So I actually went with like a blue and orange color scheme inside, which is really weird for me. I never really do that. And I've been in like a darker color scheme lately, and I don't really know why, because I love like bright and airy things. And I don't think this house is necessarily like dark by any means, but I've definitely been using a lot more like deeper blues and like a deeper orange color, and that's just like typically not what I gravitate towards. So I don't really know what's going on there. I'm like a little confused, and I ended up doing what's that door from? I believe this door that I used for the garage is actually from Snowy Escape. I love using that door. So basically, in order to get that door to fit, what is that called? Like single wall height, right? Oh, I don't know. So in order to get the Snowy Escape door to be on a single wall height, you basically have to make the whole house 2 like the level 2 wall height, and then have move objects on and then place it back down to 1, and it will work. It will be fine. Basically, it just has like a slight trim up at the top that will clip, but I had a roof there anyway, so it really didn't matter. And even if you had it placed like with a second floor right above it, it's not clipping. Like, you really can't see it. There are a lot of doors that like you can see the trim upstairs. This one you can't. So now you'll see the build is really starting to take shape. So I'm now working on the indoor floor plan, and this has a really big kitchen. This house, I went really big with the kitchen because I wanted a lot of space to clutter it up. And that's exactly what I did. So now you'll see in the living room, I started doing this where I'll build out a fireplace like on the outside, and then I delete that wall and inset the fireplace itself in the house. I don't know why I started doing that or when that kind of came to be, but I started doing it because it saves space. I don't want the fireplace to fully jet out all the time, especially when I'm taking up so much room with the kitchen and the dining room table. I definitely didn't want it to feel too crammed in this house because it is, I believe it's a two or three bedroom. I actually don't fully remember what I made it. Now you will see I'm in the garage working on the garage space, and it's kind of just like everything like placed around on the outside of on against the wall. I wish I want to do like a super detailed garage. Like, that's my next goal. I want to like start with the garage and really focus on that and almost make it like a shed in like the backyard somewhere and really just like clutter it up. There's so much clutter that we have that would fit in a garage space. Like, I'm looking at the basement kit that we got that has like all like the broken down furniture pieces and everything like that. I feel like it would look so good. So I definitely want to do a build that's like very garage focused and make it maybe like an older home sort of situation. But downstairs, I actually have a primary bedroom and then this little tiny half bath. I don't think I put a full bathroom downstairs. I also cut out all my bathrooms because they all look the same. I just used the sleek bathroom kit. I fear I'm going to be using that sleek bathroom kit in every build from here on out for the rest of my life. Like, I'm so obsessed. It is so gorgeous. And the fact that we just have everything that matches, it makes my life, oh my God, it's just stunning. It's everything I've ever wanted. Getting a little off topic now, some updates on my life. What am I doing? What am I up to? I have been on a bender, let's say. No, I'm kidding. No, I recently actually acquired a couple of upcoming concert tickets, which I'm really excited about. I am actually going to go see Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour at the end of May. So I will be seeing her in about 2 weeks. I am so fucking excited. It's not even funny. Like, May 29th cannot come fast enough. And my outfit is going to eat. I am so excited. It's on its way right now. And I already got my little gloves going that have like some fringe. We love a fringe moment, okay? We love a fringe. But I'm really excited. And so me and my coworker are going to that. And I also acquired some Kesha tickets for the summer. I'm really excited about that. The first time I ever saw Kesha, I was about 12. And she did like a concert with Pitbull, and I ended up going with like my family. Like, it wasn't anything like crazy, but it was still fun. And I love Kesha. I love her music. I've grown up listening to this woman, and this is her first free album. So I'm really excited about that. And the fact that she's finally free from her previous deal that she had. And I'm just glad that she's finally able to, own her music and be in charge of her career from here on out. So I'm really excited to go see her. And I also got Tate McRae tickets. Guys, if there's one thing about me is I love concerts so much. Last week, I actually saw Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I was on a bachelorette trip for one of my best friends from college, and we were in Tampa, and we literally flew back on Sunday, and then Monday night, I literally went to Kendrick Lamar and SZA, and that concert was amazing. SZA obviously had me crying. I love that woman so much, and her song Nobody Gets Me is one of my absolute favorite songs of all time, and she ended up performing it. She like switched out Saturn, which I was sad about that because Saturn is one of my other favorite SZA songs, but it's okay. It's fine. I got Nobody Gets Me, and I love that song so much. So that show was incredible. Kendrick fucking killed it. I literally had such a good time, and just like concerts are my thing. I live and breathe music. So I am definitely always going to concerts. Like that is just my thing. So in July, I'm seeing Kesha on Tuesday and then The Weeknd on Wednesday. And I love The Weeknd. I've never seen him live. I'm so beyond excited for it because I just like love his music, and I have since his original trilogy EPs that he was dropping, and I'm so excited to finally be able to see him, and I just know he's gonna fucking put on a show. Like that man's production is always 10 out of 10. So I'm really excited about that. And then yeah, I scored some Tate McRae tickets. I'm really excited about that too. My outfit for that one, it's gonna fucking eat. It is going to eat. I have a vision. I know I will execute it, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, I'm really excited. So I have a lot of concerts coming up. I'm like really booked and busy. I'm trying to buy Lorde tickets this week. I love Lorde. When I tell you, I think I listen to legitimately every artist ever. It's not even an exaggeration. Like, I genuinely am always listening to music. My friends, like, they'll show me their, like, monthly streams or, like, their amount of minutes that they've listened to in the month, and mine is always like quadruple theirs. It's so bad. I wake up and immediately have music playing, and it will play all day long. Sometimes I'll take like a break here and there if I just like pause it for a moment and then just like forget to put it back on. But I am constantly living in music. I have music playing literally all the fucking time, and I'm just obsessed. I live and breathe this shit. So having this many concerts lined up for the year, I'm really excited. I'm still trying to score some Gaga tickets. So wish me luck on that endeavor because I need to see Mayhem live. This shit is on a different level. Like, Mayhem is creeping up into my top favorite Gaga album of all time. And I never thought that would happen. I really thought Born This Way and The Fame Monster were like never going to be beat for me. Even though Art Pop got really close, Mayhem is like, it's done something else to me that I don't know. It's shifted my brain chemistry 100%. But yeah, so besides the concerts that I have lined up, I also have a couple more trips this year. Guys, I need to stop going on vacation. It's really like bad. It's fine. But I have a couple more trips coming up this year, like 3 more. That's so bad. Like, I don't know who I think I am. I need help. And it's fine. It's fine. I'm having fun. You're only 26 once, right? So I don't know. I decided that this year I was just going to do things that fulfill me and make me happy, okay? And what's more than that than like going on trips, going to concerts, playing The Sims all the time? I'm playing The Sims now more than I ever have. And I never thought that that would happen. I really thought I was going to just be like, I don't know, like I was always a very avid Sims player, like more than all my friends that play. But now I'm playing legitimately every day. And that makes me so happy because I love playing this fucking game. It's like such a comfort game for me now. And it's my favorite thing ever. But getting back to the build a little bit now, you'll see, this is like where you'll see like the color scheme is really coming to shape. So a lot of this like darker blue and orange color scheme. And I tried to lighten it up with the flooring and the wallpaper. So I didn't want it to really feel like a super dark and moody build. I did want it to feel fun and bright and colorful, but still use like a deeper, rich tone of each of the colors. So you'll see in the downstairs bedroom, I was thinking that could be for like a grandparent or maybe a teen or something like that. Definitely not like the main bedroom because it doesn't have an ensuite. So, you know, if you're gonna have the main bedroom, you're gonna want a bathroom attached to it. So I figured like this could be for, you know, an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, or a teen, whoever you want to live in there. And then across the hall is actually an office, which I haven't really been building offices lately. I usually typically put them in like a hallway or something like that. So I'm really glad that I actually put in the effort to put an actual office space. A full wall of bookshelves. That is like a dream of mine. I have so many books that I just like want to put them up on a shelf and display all my little trinkets. Like I have like a bunch of little like Marvel action figures, all my dolls. Like I want to have a space where I can put like my collections and stuff like that and kind of display my personality in like a sleek way. Something that feels purposeful, because right now my room is a fucking train wreck. There's shit everywhere. My one friend was like, your room is very chaotic. And I was like, I know it is. And I live and breathe chaos, so it works for me. It doesn't work for everyone. I get that. But I feel like content and safe here. And this is like, I live in the chaos, okay? It's like when my brain works the best. It's when I'm my most creative. It's when I'm like able to like actually get shit done, is when so much chaos is happening. I don't know what that means or why that is, but it is. So in this build, it was kind of like a wonky shape right here because I wanted to do the full wall of the sliding glass door. So I kind of could put an ensuite onto that bedroom, but instead I decided to make a bar area. And now looking back at it, these Sims have a lot of juice. They are juiced up constantly. I like forgot how many bottles I actually put out here. That's crazy. Like, they're borderline like having an issue here. But it's okay. I think it looks cute. I really wanted this space to be cluttered. That was like my main goal with this house, was like I wanted every inch of it cluttered to match the kitchen, because the kitchen is so cluttered. There's so much new stuff. Guys, this kitchen clutter kit is so amazing because it's just like, it's pieces that we need. It's things that actually like make you feel like you have a lived-in home, and all of those like little canisters and them coming in different colors, and so it looks like different food is inside of them. I want to build a walk-in pantry so badly. Like, that is my other goal. I want to have a walk-in pantry because that's something that we like don't really have in The Sims. And like, I've definitely built houses that are like mansions that have butler pantries, but I want to just have like a normal house that has a pantry, you know, just a bunch of shelving all around and put all of the food in there and stuff like that. Also, this was crazy. I didn't know that you could do this until I watched a couple YouTube videos on it. But the lunchbox you can actually grab a quick meal from. The cereal box you can grab cereal from. And the cookie jar you can grab cookies from. That is so fun. I love that little added detail. And you can even buy groceries from the little like grocery shopping bag item. I love things like that. It's like the little details. Like, that is going to make gameplay so much easier. Because imagine like your Sims they're done their meal, right? You want a little sweet treat. I'm that bitch. I always have to have a sweet treat after my meals. Like, that is a non-negotiable for me. Like, a sweet treat is always to be had. So for your Sims to finally be able to just like walk over and grab a cookie, come on. That is everything. So I'm really excited about that. And also, just like for your Sims to like be able to just buy groceries from this little grocery bag. I don't have to go out and buy them. I don't have to order them from the computer. I feel like that's also really good for like off the grid gameplay. If you don't want your Sims to have to leave the house every time, you can just put that little basket by like a cabinet or the front door or something, and your Sims can then buy groceries from there. And it has items that is really hard to find, like pomegranates and shit like that. Like things that like are really not easy to get. Like pomegranates, you have to like splice plants together, wait for it to grow. It's ridiculous. So for you to be able to just like click this little bag and boom, it's in your inventory. Gorgeous chef's kiss. Now you'll see I am moving upstairs, and this is where I'm placing in some closets, and I ended up making the one bathroom a little bit bigger. I was going to put a closet there as well, and then I forgot that there were windows, and I was like, I'm not trying to cover those up. The bathroom's really long and skinny. It's not the cutest, but it's okay. And I also put in a little tiny nursery in here. I did like a pink and blue color scheme. I love the idea of it being sort of like gender neutral, right? I definitely love the idea of like raising my Sim babies as gender neutral. And honestly, like with all of my American Girl dolls that I have, there's 52 of them to be exact. All of the girls that I name myself have gender neutral names. My first ever doll that I created on my own, her name's Hunter, and I just love gender neutral names that way. I feel like I don't know, Sims are cooler, dolls are cooler, kids are cooler when they have gender neutral names. So I definitely tried to make the nursery very like neutral that way, and like whatever, you know? And now we are moving into the main bedroom here. And I kind of went with like a yellow, pink, and blue color scheme. So I used this horse ranch rug. This horse ranch rug is my absolute dream. I would love to have a rug that looks like this in real life. She is so gorgeous, and just like the layering and the colors on it are so beautiful. And I really wanted this space to feel tranquil and like a really luxurious bedroom space, because the Sims clearly have a lot going on. Okay, they're heavy drinkers downstairs, even with child. But I just really wanted it to feel like, you know, a nice space for your Sims to relax at the end of the day, because raising a baby in The Sims is really fucking hard. I've about raised 300 of them at this point, and it does not get easier. Okay, they are really difficult. They're difficult. I hate when my Sims go to pick them up and then just puts them on the floor. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, that is frustrating to me. I told you to give the baby a bath. They just blew out their diaper. Hello, what are we doing here? Sometimes The Sims really frustrates the shit out of me, and they really stress me out, and it gives me anxiety, because I'm like, this baby, I need the top-notch infant trait. I didn't even know that that existed until recently. I won't lie. I've never gotten it. I'm such a mediocre parent in The Sims. It's so bad. And that's how I know I'm not ready for a baby in real life. That specifically. If I can't even take care of them in The Sims, girl, no. It's over. So now you'll see, I actually ended up using the wall piece behind the fireplace as well, and behind the bar. So since I couldn't use it in the kitchen, I wanted to use it in a bunch of different spaces. So I ended up using it in 3 different areas in 3 different colors, because it's such a gorgeous piece. Like, I'm so happy that we finally got something like this that's like neutral, because the one from Love Struck is gorgeous, do not get me wrong, but it's very loud, it's very busy, it doesn't fit in most builds. So to finally have one that's just like a neutral palette, I'm obsessed. And the herringbone, that needs to be in my house at one point, like whether it's on the floor or whether it's on the wall. I need a herringbone style. I think it just takes like a simple tile and elevates it. It makes it feel so just like elegant and beautiful. And now I'm seeing, I actually did not use the snowy escape door. I forgot that I changed that out. So I ended up using like the spray paint sort of garage door from City Living, and I made it 2 so it fit the wall a little bit more. I was like, okay, I feel like I need to take up this space a bit more. The garage is kind of annoying because the Sims do have to walk all the way around the car to get to the other stuff, but it is what it is. Like, it's still a relatively small space. It's not super big at all. So I'm happy with it. And I love using debug cars because we don't have actual cars in the game. Now we are working on the backyard space. It's very small. The lots in San Sequoia are very weird. Like, period. There's nothing else to say after that. They're weird. They're very wide and not very long, so either you have to have a side yard or a super small backyard. So I opted for the small backyard. They still have a large pool, I would say. Like, I feel like this pool is a pretty decent size. There's like a little deck that has a grill and a picnic bench on it and some lounge chairs as well. And I put some garden pots in the back for your Sims to do some gardening. And I ended up placing outside on the front porch as well a little chess table, because I love my Sims having a lot of logic skill. It just makes their lives easier, I've noticed. And a lot of the careers need that sort of skill. So I'm here for it. I'm using it all the time. And I ended up placing the For Rent pavers in the back again. I actually love the way they looked with this house. I feel like it made it, I don't know, it gave it like a sort of like cool vibe. I don't know. And I used the tile from the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. That's where it's from. I was like, where is that from? Like, hello? And now I am playtesting I started playtesting. Wait, guys, you would be so proud. I have now playtested a build in probably over a year. And the fact that I playtested, and I'm glad I did, because the fucking one chair didn't work. So I'm glad I started doing that. I'm going to do it from here on out, okay? I'm making it my mission. That is my goal, okay? I need to do it. I know it's really difficult, but I'm going to do it. And now I am just painting the outside. I, of course, went with a sage green again because it's my favorite color, and I don't know why. I think it looks beautiful on the outside of a home. So that's that. And I'm gonna go do some landscaping, but that's kind of boring. So I think I'm just gonna take you guys on a little tour of the build now. Okay, so this is the entire build. So when you first come up, right up here, this is our little front porch area. And there's just some seating over on this side. And then over here we have a little chess table that I did in fact play test. It works, okay, I promise. And this is our little entryway over here, a little catch-all spot for you to put things. And I put a piano. I also double checked you can walk through this. Your Sims only need a half tile to walk through a hallway, so it's fine, it works. And then in here is the office space. So right here we have the games table, you know, if your Sims want to do puzzles or play games or anything like that. And then there's a little computer over here. And back here is a super cluttered up bookshelf wall. I love these bookshelves from the Crystal Creations pack. They're stunning. And you come into the garage right here. And we have a debug car and woodworking tables and all of the things from the new Restoration Workshop kit. I absolutely love this kit. I think it's so stunning. And these pieces you can actually upgrade to become usable. So I figured you can have like a usable outdoor fridge. I don't know why a lot of people have those. I personally have one in my garage. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. But it's a very cluttered up mess in here, but I used like the clean swatches of everything because this house feels kind of new in like a new build sort of way. So I didn't want it to feel like super lived in just yet. And yeah, so that is the garage. And then in here we have a bedroom. Now looking at the way I decorated it, it's definitely more for a teen. So I figured, you know, maybe you have a little teenager Sim that lives down here and they want their own space. They want to be away from the family. And you come back over this way, and right here we have the living room, and very cluttered, like I said, with a little easel over here, just some more skill building items, and then just like a little decorative space right here. I needed something to fill up the wall. And then we have a very large dining room space right here. In this little room right here is a tiny little powder room that has everything you need. And we have a little bar situation right here with the really cool tile wall. I don't love that you can like see where it ends. Like you could see each piece. I don't love that, but it is what it is. And then this new fridge, gorgeous. I love the clutter on it already. And this is the full kitchen space. This is my favorite part of the house. I think she's gorgeous. And I did use the broken down appliances, but I think they're really cool and they match the color scheme very well. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna put them in there and then have my Sims upgrade them when they move in. So that is all of the downstairs. And then you come out back to the little like back deck area. So like I said, a grill, a little picnic bench, and then some lounge chairs. And we have a little tiny garden space right here. And the skinny little walkway over to the larger pool. So when you come back inside, you take the stairs up and you have a little like seating area upstairs in the hallway. So like yellows, pinks, blues, that's that whole vibe. And then in here is the bathroom. So there's a closet space, there's a big stand-up shower, a tub, and then the toilet and everything right there. And then this room is our nursery. I think it turned out so cute. I love the color in here. I think it just looks so much fun. And so I put a crib in here, so if you have an infant, and then obviously a toddler bed for when they age up, and a little changing table right here. And then in this bedroom, we have, you know, a bunch of closet space, and this is the main bedroom. So I kind of had the color scheme match this one painting. And very cluttered up area over here. You have a dresser and a mirror and everything like that, and another computer, because you can never have too many. And then in here is like a peach and blue colored bathroom. And that is the entire build using the brand new kits. I hope that you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below. And you can now download this build on the gallery using my EA ID, Robbie Plays Sims now. And I will see you all next time.